Before we get started, gotta give a shout out to Lonely Straw, Bryce Zimmer, and Christian DR Gaming. Here's a huge thumbs up that goes out to you. Thank you so much for watching Toy Gander. Avengers Endgame, fantastic movie, and I have a bunch of figures here today around the movie and some of the stuff that's not in the movie, but we will start off with Big Fig number 1. This is Thanos, and I believe this Thanos is a direct copy from MichaelMGF and one of his custom Avengers figs. I could be wrong though, but it looks very close to that the overall look, the smooth head, and I enjoy it. I actually like this one better than the official LEGO one because I think it looks closer to the character within the movies, and he doesn't have that goofy hat on top. So he comes with this sword piece, which is nothing more than this piece with a little stick on the inside. The cool other part about this I believe is Karut. That is the brand name for this, and it's done so well. The bright colored gold around the collar here just looks and really pops. Same thing for the knees right here. It just shows up so bright, so vibrant, and it's got a good feel to it. Even the printing throughout the back of the torso is done with great care, very precise, very crisp, and the black boots also done with just looks fantastic. You know what would be kind of cool is to put this when Thanos got all ragged when he destroyed the stones in the beginning. Spoiler alert, sorry. You know, if he was all scarred up on this side, I think that would be kind of cool, but this is one of the ones I think probably closer to Infinity War. Either way, I also have a Infinity Gauntlet. We'll take it off this Thanos. Let's pop it on here, and I'm going to say we're going to make him the alternate Thanos. Hold on, I got to get the stick out. Yeah, here we go. Put that in there, and ta-da! That looks cool. This looks legit. Very close to the MichaelMGF custom Infinity War or Avengers Thanos. This really, I enjoy this overall custom. I think it's one of the best big figs from this. And I think Karut, they've actually done some really nice customs out there. Even though they're not official Legos, they look legitimate. Yes, I said Legos. Next, minifig. Okay, a spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Endgame. Just turn off now. This is when, at the very end, when Tony Stark took on all the Infinity Stones, morphed it into a suit using the nanotechnology, snapped his fingers, defeated Thanos. This is that version of it, and I really love this. I love the Infinity Gauntlet. I love how it's actually chrome-plated. It really kind of fits in that Tony Stark or Iron Man theme. Looks legitimate, and I'd have to say, it's definitely up there with the Thanos version. I just like the look of it, and I think it's cool that they actually made this. This is something that LEGO has not made, and I don't think they really like to make anything in chrome because it tends to flake off. But if you're not playing with it too much, it actually looks really good and it will not flake off. The only thing of concern I have with this, I put all the Infinity Stones and I think I might be missing one. That's that one right there. And I think it is the orange stone. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I'd have to go back and watch the movie if the orange stone is actually a real stone. But I feel like it's missing one because there's supposed to be a spot right there. And this one has it in here. So again, I could be wrong, but that would be the only downside to this. Other than that, I think it looks great. Next, minifig. Thor, and what you will notice is Thor comes with two different Stormbreakers. This one is closer to the comic books. This one's probably, I think it's the same one that Beta Ray Bill actually uses. I really like this, even though it does not represent the one in the movie. I think it looks fantastic, and it's got that chrome finish on it, which it looks sharp and pointy. This one right here, this is probably the one closer to the movies, and although it looks good, it looks well, I just prefer this one over the other one. This is probably closer to the Infinity War Thor just because he doesn't have that gut and giant beard, but it looks good either way. I love the electricity popping out of all his chest right here and his eyes. Great transition. Even though it's hard to see, there is printing down on the feet. And yeah, right like in the midsection, looks great. Very fine detail there. He even has electricity on both sides. Yeah, and it's not just dual printed, it is individually printed. You can see some great transition on the back. Overall, just a great character, and I think this is done very well. He does come with a normal head print. If I switch it over to that, but that's kind of boring. Although you can see where he lost his eye in that section. I just kind of like this one because he looks furious in that. But great looking Thor, and I think I'll put this in his hands instead of the other one. Minifig number 3. This is a different custom made by a different company, XINH. I don't know how you pronounce that, but that's what it is. This is Pepper Potts, and the first thing I will notice is like the clear plastics are pretty cheap, especially, I mean, when you compare them to Lego, they do feel very chintzy, but the overall printing on the head and the printing throughout the torso looks halfway decent, I would say. This is clearly not one that you will see Lego makes, but you know, I think it's well done. The only thing is the skin tone or the flesh tone that's printed on the front torso, it shows up pretty dark, and you know, not that Lego doesn't do that either way. I think it could be done better. The overall look to it and design, I have to give them credit. I'm sure it's a knockoff and ripoff of somebody that else did it, so props goes out to them. But I think this one looks really good nonetheless. I do like this mask. Actually, I prefer this mask versus the one that Lego normally does, which is the one that just opens up the front. I think this design was maybe from a Minifig or the Microfigs that originally came out. I can't remember exactly, but I do like this one. Minifig number 5. Okay, this fig has some good and it has some bad. The good part is I really do like this overall printing throughout this character, and it's actually so vibrant, so nice, and I will compare it to the original or the official Lego one. So this one right here is the official Lego one. If you look side by side, I don't know, something about this one just shows up brighter, looks better in most cases. It looks just more vibrant, crisp, and I like the design. I think it probably looks a little bit closer to the actual movie than the official Lego one. So props goes out to him for that, and it has some nice 360-degree printing. Look at the Lego one. There's nothing of this such on this official Lego one. So, I mean, look, you got to give it credit for him, and this is the same company, XINH. Printing even on the back, they included nothing in the official one. So nothing on the back legs. Great transition from the top torso down to the bottom. I don't know. I might have to give it to the knockoff just as far as the design goes. Again, this is probably a stolen design from somebody else that made it. But it looks good. Even the hair print. I like this hair. I think it looks closer to the official character, at least within the movie, versus this one right here. The slick back look with this weird stripe on there. It's just not quite right. So props goes out to that. A couple things that are a little bit weird. And this might be tied into something, probably like a comic book or something like that. Or just garbage. I don't know why he has this flame sword. I have no idea why it's not in the movie. Maybe it's in the comic books, but that doesn't really fit the character, at least for Endgame or Infinity War or any of the Marvel universe as far as the movies go. And then the other thing is the capes. Most of these capes, the dual part cape where it's got the collar and the back part, for the knockoff brands, they usually are always crumbly because they ship them in these plastic bags, and these plastic bags get all crinkly, fold up, and that's exactly as what happened here. At least Lego, what they do is they pack it within that little tiny cardboard box, and I think it just looks better in general. So with that being said, gotta give it credit. Again, I probably would rank this a B+ for knockoffs. Next, minifig. Same company, same brand. This is supposed to be Hawkeye. Now, within the movie, you might have been a little confused when there was that part within the Japanese, or it was in Japan, and they were doing some weird stuff, and you might not exactly known who it was. That was Hawkeye, and there's more backstory to it within the comic books. But this overall design is very good. Really looks nice and vibrant, especially for the yellows on top of the blacks. Great printing, very crisp, very clean throughout the entire torso, even on the head. And one thing you'll notice is for the mask, it's got like this little bit of shimmery gold to it, if I can get it in focus. And then it also ties throughout the character within the back and the side. So it looks nice, vibrant. Even on the cuffs of the sleeves right here, it looks very vibrant. Comes with those two head prints. This one right here with this little microphone in there. Looks real grizzled, real angry. And then I like the helmet print, or excuse me, the hood. The only thing I will say is the hood, it's a little bit difficult going on. It looks like there was a little malformation within the top of the hood, so that clutch power is a little bit weak on there. But overall, just another fantastic print, fantastic design. And if anybody knows who originally created these designs, you gotta let me know in the comments below, please. Minifig number 7. Okay, upon first glance, you might look at this and go, well, this is the exact same design, exact same character. Actually, it is a bit different. This is a different company that made this one. And I'm going to put these side by side so you can know that I'm not crazy. I will say, let's see, comparing the two, I don't know which one I prefer. I still probably prefer this one, although the hood, I like the fact that they have this extra painting on here, and the head print. I will prefer. Alright, here's the bad part. Once you get the. Alright, there we go. Once you get the knockoffs, usually the hood on top, sometimes the head just goes with it and it's hard to get off, but this one came off finally. Good printing on the head for this one. I think it's done very well here. It's a little bit sloppy on this one, not quite as much detail. I think this just looks better. So, I mean, probably what would work better is taking this head, putting it on this figure, and I think it would be a better overall look. Looking at the back, very similar as far as detail goes. Different color golds. The gold on the left is a little bit more yellow, but more detail and printing on the back of this one. So, I don't know which. I probably still prefer this one because I like the grays and all those tones in there. But probably combining the two just create a great figure overall. Minifig number 8. We have Rocket Raccoon. This is the comic book version of Rocket Raccoon. And some things, again, I like and some things that I dislike. The overall design is pretty good. I do like it. I think it looks pretty close to the actual character. I think it's done well. The quality seems halfway decent. Printing looks crisp. I think the only thing, I guess my complaint is, and again, I'm a complainer. You guys, probably most of you guys already know that. He just looks a little dead in the eyes. I don't know. Something doesn't quite feel right. Doesn't look legitimate enough. I can't put my finger on it. I just don't like the eyes, I guess. And then the thing, the printing on the top of the head, actually I do like that band, but it looks a little bit rough here. And then if you'll notice too, I like the small legs, and those are movable mid legs, I guess. The top here, there's just very, very weak clutch power. And not that Lego's a lot better when they have a mid piece in here. But it is significantly, well, it is better and good enough, I guess, to connect the two, and you don't have to worry about it. This one, it really kind of flops on there, and this is more of a rubber texture, so it doesn't make it any better. This one, I will say I'm not a huge fan of. I'd probably give this one C, maybe C-. Minifig number 9. No better way to end this than a good old-fashioned Captain America, and he does look ticked off. I mean, the overall look to him, He just got that grimace. I don't quite like this hair print. It looks a little bit redder than normal and what it looks like within the movie. The printing on the design on front and the overall torso looks pretty good. No printing on the side legs, which is kind of a disappointment, but he does have printing on both side arms. That's nice to see. Some decent printing overall in the back. It's nice, vibrant, looks pretty good. I only think he comes with one head print. Well, his head's stuck to the hair now, but I'm pretty sure it's only one head print. And this one looks okay. I would say there's nothing uniquely special about this Captain America. You know, if anything, obviously get the original one that LEGO came out with. A lot of these other ones LEGO didn't do. You know, LEGO hasn't done anything with them. This one's kind of like a plain old Captain America, and I think LEGO does it way better. So go ahead and get that one. This one, it's okay. Alright guys, it is that time of the video. What I need from you is, I need you guys to let me know who was your favorite character within Endgame. Who did you like the most? Who do you think was the strongest? Let me know why in the comments. I'll pick the top 3 subscribers and give you guys a shout out in the next video I do. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you click the thumbs up button. Make sure you share this video with a friend, a family member, whoever. Either way, I love you. Until next time, you can help us. Take a gander.